welcome back everyone, and it's great to be back. If you guys didn't know, I was sick. I wasn't able to make content and all that juicy gooch. I was able to do one video. That video, I tried to give myself enough energy to do that. I was exhausted at the end, y'all, but we back, we here, season 4, Art of the Dragon. Now, I should be excited. No, I should be very just over the moon. But with every single season comes another nonsense team up or another nonsense character. No, I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Magik joins Arcane Order, gaining a new ability.
Wait a second, what?
She can unleash a train of Srategist that licks 2 enemies and slows them. The farther they are apart, the greater the slow effect inflicted during the link.
What type of Final Fantasy 14 boss mechanic crap is that? So I am hyped, but I just know there's gonna be some nonsense I gotta deal with, and I'm not ready for that nonsense. But I'm ready for you, Guang Guang. Let's go.
Guang Guang here.
It is loud. Hope it's not for y'all.
With you all.
New hero, new map, and new team up. Here we go. Who we got? We already know it's Angela and Daredevil. We see the trailer.
After 3 epic seasons, the storm at the center of the time string entanglement has finally
Wait, Guang, I'm always happy to see him.
ancient East. The capital cities of heaven, led by Kunlun, can no longer hide away in their pocket dimensions. The shifting currents of time have drawn these realms together, forming the heart of heaven.
Kunlun is Iron Fist, right? Can we just delete this season? No, I'm just saying, if anything has to do with Iron Fist or magic, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry, that's toxic. Please, y'all know how I feel. And to y'all that like still watch my content and respect me for who I am as a person after all the nonsense that I say about magic and Iron Fist, y'all the real ones. Let's go.
The immortal dragon, Shoulao, lies frozen in time, deep in slumber, creating the perfect opportunity for Dr. Doom to execute his sinister plans. The heart of heaven's convergence also allows us to finally bring together story threads we've been weaving since season 0, such as the mystery of the baby Iron Fist adopted, who has attracted her sister, the Hand of Heaven, once Asgard's assassin, Angela. Also, we unveiled that the ruler of the 8th city, Dizang, is none other than Daredevil.
I just want to say the cosmetics for this season, I know are going to be fire because I really dig this type of like, I don't know the word for it, so y'all history buffs probably do, but I'm just going to say something and don't look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't, but I know what I mean. So I like this dynasty style look, like warrior, Warrior Kings? Is that what I'm looking for? Now I just feel like I ruined everything. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. You know, like the styles from like Dynasty Warriors the game or Samurai Warriors. Like I do like that ancient like look when it comes to the aesthetics. It's one of my main things, and I really do love characters that are like samurais and things like that. And typically, at least from my experience when I looked at stuff, you would see that type of style on samurais. So I just like that type of vibe and that feel of that ancient time, and I like it accompanying this season.
Who sacrificed everything in a war between gods and demons to cleanse the souls of the lost and give humanity a fighting chance. With angels and devils locked in conflict, and Doom's scheme brewing in the shadows, the fate of Kunlun rests on its guardians, and whether they truly possess the heart of the dragon.
This is gonna bother me, so I'm about to look this up real quick. Okay, I was right. It was the warrior era. It was the 3 Kingdom era. I knew I was right, but like sometimes when I say it, it doesn't sound accurate because of how I say it, but I was right. Okay, I like that style. Now, obviously, Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, like they glamour it up for video games. I'm not stupid. But I will say just in general in history, like that was my favorite type of armor used in the military. And it's cool to see it on Daredevil here. As far as Angela, I mean, I don't really think that's real armor we use. But maybe. It's more like a gladiator armor, right? If anything.
For season 4, we are excited to first
okay, so she is a tank.
Newest hero, Angela, the one-winged angel. As a vanguard and a formidable warrior, she can shape her icons, a type of living fluid, into various weapons, wielding them with unparalleled skill. Angela
That
can
looks
take the
insane,
fight to
bro.
the skies, transforming her icons into a razor-sharp spear, diving into enemy lines, and opening up opportunities for her team. In times of danger, she can morph her weapon into a shield to block incoming damage.
Okay, this seems interesting.
And when the moment is right, she descends from above, transforming her spear into dual axes to crush foes and protect her allies.
I don't know what that's gonna mean. Obviously, we're gonna get a character trailer soon, but she sounds like a character that I've actually wanted as a tank. And I know a lot of people were like, they're gonna have 2 DPS this season and 2 DPS next season. And we were talking about this in my Discord. Feel free to join. Link in the description below if you want to join. But we were talking about this, and I as soon as it was mentioned, I just like said, I don't think it'd be a good business choice. You're saying that there's only gonna be 4 DPS between 2 seasons. That's 4 months of just straight no tanks and no healers. You know how boring it'd be for both of those roles? So I already figured that it wasn't going to be 2 DPS. And of course, this is before we even seen the trailer. I talked about this a while back and they were like 2 DPS this season. I was like, it's not possible. So it's kind of cool. And I feel like that always happens, right? We always have these conversations or I always make these videos and I say something. People are like, Poppin', you're wrong. And then later on, it's always confirmed. And it's like, you see, I mean, if we just had a conversation together and we talked about it, we could see from my side sometimes. But let's roll. But anyway, like I said before, we actually roll. I'm just way off topic here. I do like I like the sound of her in terms of the design. So I can't wait to see what we have. We do need a tank that's more. We need an on and off switch type of tank. Right, a lot of these tanks in this game are either always off or they're always on. So when we talk about a character always off, Doctor Strange, Magneto, we're just kind of hanging back. You talk about a character that's always on, you have like Captain America, Thor. I mean, Emma kind of is on and off in a sense, but I think she could still be aggressive should she want to. I mean, the beam is about continuous damage. Hulk, if I didn't say that already, you know, these are really just kind of like always on characters. They don't really catch a breath. They just run away and they come back and, you know, they keep doing their thing. But Angela seems like she's going to be I'm just buying my time until I find the right moment and everybody's gone off the map. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So that'd be really, really cool if this is what we have, where it's a very skill focused tank, kind of like Blade. You know how he is on and off. It's a switch. I feel like Angela's getting that too. And I think we're probably going to get a healer that's just like that as well, because we need more characters that are more skill expressive instead of just permanently on or permanently off camping. You know what I mean? Let's keep going.
Update introduces an all-new team-up ability.
Oh God!
Removes one and welcomes new members to
oh God!
existing team-ups.
What we got? We already know I hate this.
Provide a detailed breakdown.
Xiong.
Our new convergence mode map, Heart of Heaven.
Oh yeah, we got a new map.
Launches on September 25th. Get ready for a whole new battleground.
So oh, maybe that they're not going to drop this map on launch because it's supposed to be September 12th is this new update or for the season 4, but it would make sense that they're not going to launch the map as soon as it starts, just because we still have that new mode that they wanted to switch into, Resource Rumble, and I know that they wanted to add that to ranked, so it really wouldn't make sense for them to add that in there if you never played it, and you have to worry about a new convergence map. It makes sense. Arcade mode hub?
Season 4 is also bringing a major update to arcade mode. Fan favorites like Clone Rumble and giant-sized Brain Blast are coming back and will be permanent.
Really?
We are also introducing Free Fight, a mode with no restrictions on duplicate heroes.
Oh, it's just for fun mode.
Annihilation mode, where you rack up points by chaos. Conquest, Doom Match, Conquest, Annihilation, Free Fight, giant-sized Brain Blast, and Clone Rumble will all be accessible from a single arcade mode hub.
I just feel like with that many modes, are we going to just have the player base spread a little too thin? Or is this going to be something where it's going to cycle every day? Because I can't imagine having 6 or 5 modes and then, I don't know, that's kind of like 6 because you got a Doom Match. Wait. Why did they write it that way? Conquest, Doom match. So is that going to switch? It's weird. And again, if they have all these modes kind of stuck like this, I feel like we're going to have a problem with the player base. Because I know there's a lot of players. People think Marvel Rivals is dying. No, there's a lot of players playing this game. I don't think people know what dying means. But that's a lot of playlists. You have Conquest, Doom Match, another Conquest, Free Fight, Giant Size, Clone Rumble, Quick Match. Then if you want to add like a new map, like Resource Rumble, then you have that one. And then you have Ranked. Then you have Bots. That's 10 modes. And I'm probably forgetting something. That's crazy. They have 10 playlists. So I don't know if that's going to be what they're going to do. But I am curious to see what's going to happen.
You can queue for one mode or several at
okay,
once, making it
that
easier
answered right
than
there.
ever to jump in
So I don't know.
and play how you want.
I don't know how that will. I don't know how that will go. I don't know how that will go. We might need to have some restrictions. I'm afraid.
The highly anticipated Summer Special Volume 2 lands on September 18th, bringing fresh summer costumes and cosmetics to help.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for Johnny. The thing is getting another suit. Is that Mantis? Yeah, these are some nice skins.
You be the hit in style.
Here's some nice skins. Ultimate ability, custom global effects. Okay.
Custom Ultimate Ability VFX have been a hit with players, and we've seen lots of discussion about making these effects visible to everyone.
I thought about that.
Starting from Season 4, Custom Ultimate Ability VFX will be visible to all players. Of course, we're adding an option to let you hide other players' custom effects, so you prefer.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, I don't mind it, but I do feel that it doesn't make sense because some of these effects are like insane, like sound-wise, visually, like some of these effects are the same. Or are we just saying that the ones that come with the costumes are the ones that you can see? So we're not talking about the wife or the bride Invisible Woman. We're not talking about how when she ults, you'll hear the bells and things like that. I think we're just talking about the ones that come with the skins that adjust it. So I'm curious because like Luna's skin also has different music and whatnot, and I'm not sure which version he's talking about. I'm just gonna assume it's the cosmetic one, not the different skin variants of Ultimates. We'll have to see though. But based off what they showed us, it's not. Accessories. I've been waiting for this.
Batch of adorable accessories
okay.
For Magneto.
I like that. This is great.
Scarlet Witch, Cloak and Dagger,
okay.
and Luna Snow. This will be available after the September 25th update.
Of course, Cloak and Dagger is getting one. Of course, Scarlet Witch is getting one. I do like the Magneto one, but that doesn't. Which would Magneto be wearing? Hold on.
Accessories for Magneto, Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. We would say that Luna Snow is. No, Scarlet Witch is the brother, right? Well, Cloak and Dagger would obviously be these two. Luna Snow, I'm guessing, is the fox? This would be Magneto's? Who is that? That's Wanda, but why is she green? What? Also, why is Wanda attached to him? What am I missing? This is weird. I don't know.
Cloak and Dagger and Luna Snow. This will be available.
Or maybe they're not attached.
September 25th update.
Maybe it just looks like it behind her head. What we got? New features. Where we at?
With our hero roster growing, we're adding a favorites bar. Now you can pin your most played heroes and quickly find them during hero select.
I actually was wanting this. I was wanting this, bro.
Here.
Oh, she looks
Show
dope.
some respect.
She looks dope. Why is the name Jeff? They got jokes, bro.
We've also heard how much you love slow working for the superhero aura farming.
Okay.
So we are bringing hero slow work support to PC.
I was thinking they didn't have it.
Season 4, we're also introducing a gallery card download feature. Players can now save high definition resources to their devices by selecting Inspect on a class page. Also, to help you better express yourself, starting September 18th, you'll be able to customize your chat text color and add animated emojis.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's kind of nice.
Our costume trial program for university students has proven to be very popular. So for Season 4, we're rotating in a new batch of 10 costumes and MVPs.
I remember that people, when this first came out, people were like super toxic about it. And they were like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. And I'm like, bro, you're wilding. This is insane. And they're like, nobody's gonna give information to the Chinese company. It's like, bro, people on Twitter just be talking the talk, bro. Like, for real. Twitter, Discord, Reddit, just talking the talk. This clearly was dope. This is why they created it. And now they're saying it's proven useful and they're gonna give more skins. There's so many people in school and there's so many people that want to have the trial skins. This isn't even the first company that's done it. I already knew it was gonna be good. And I'm glad that it's proven useful. I wish I had this when I was in college because I would have definitely used it.
University students can unlock these perks by verifying their school email address. Please note that existing perks enjoyers will also need to re-verify, so don't miss out.
Yeah, those are some nice
and
skins.
Don't forget, the Ignite Series tournament continues in September. Factions from 5 major regions will battle for a spot in the year-end finals. Stay tuned to our website and socials for more updates. Now, I'll hand it over to Zhiyong, who's ready to
I'm
dive
scared,
into
bro.
all the details about TEAMUP
You always
ability
got some
changes
nonsense,
and
yo.
balance updates for Season 4.
Always got some
Hey
nonsense,
Rebels,
bro.
Joe here. Happy to see you all again. Time flies. Season 3 is drawing to
Yeah,
a
because
close,
you weren't here
and
last
the brand new
time.
Season 4 is right around the corner. Guang has already unveiled some exciting new content. And now I'm here to walk you through the changes to TEAMUP abilities and balance updates coming in Season 4.0.
We need to nerf the Penny ultimate or the Penny team up. It's too strong in my opinion. Basically, she's just useless without Rocket, and then she's OP with Rocket. So they need to like make it so that it's even across the board, I guess. I don't know, but that's kind of like the only team up I think that needs to be removed. Oh yeah, and Gamma. Why are we still with that? We need to adjust that now. That thing don't make no sense. No sense.
Let's dive into what's new and what's changing with TEAMUP abilities.
All right, what we got?
A brand new TEAMUP arrives, Divine Armory.
I thought they said Divine Attorney, bro. I was like, yeah, wait a second, what is? I'm stupid.
takes center stage as the anchor of this TEAMUP, sharing fragments of her anchors with her brother, Thor.
Oh, that's cool.
This gives him the ability to throw a thunder
Wait, that's
spear
broken.
that restores Thor force upon hit.
Bro, that's broken.
Afterward, Thor can leap to the spear's impact point, dealing a second wave of damage to all enemies within range.
Bro, we about to have a straight up rush comp. I thought Thing and Hulk was bad. Oh, no. Thor and Angela about to be ridiculous.
First, Dimensional Shortcut is being banished to Limbo and completely removed from play.
I mean, it makes sense because people didn't really use it. And when they did, it didn't really give much impact to Black Panther. I mean, the character is already very hard to deal with. He's easy to escape a lot of things. And so just giving him a additional way to escape it didn't help him succeed at getting KOs. It just helped him get out. And I don't think that it was that real. It was cool lore-wise, but I think gameplay-wise, it wasn't too necessary.
Magik joins Arcane Order, gaining a new ability.
Wait a second, what?
She can unleash a train of Srategist that links two enemies and slows them. The farther they are apart, the greater the slow effect inflicted during the link.
What type of Final Fantasy 14 boss mechanic crap is that? Bro, y'all already know. Do I even got it? Y'all already know. Magic? Me? Y'all already know. Y'all done gave her in Final Fantasy 14 boss mechanic, and I already know the boss, bro. It's that, I already know the boss. It's the one that drives the needles into the ground, and everybody's chained to them needles. If you play that thing on extreme, you get chained together as... This might be my last, like, Marvel Rivals content. No, because this is the direction that we want to go. Young, if this is where we want to go, and you over here talk about Magik getting a team up, bro, that one don't even make sense. Why? I'm actually pretty upset about this. Y'all think this? You think I'm acting? Right. Y'all don't see an update video for about 3 years. Y'all gonna know who acted.
Finally, Gamma Chat welcomes a new member.
Oh, nah.
Panther. His vibranium armor now gets a boost from gamma energy. When his HP drops below a certain threshold, he automatically activates a gamma shield to block incoming damage.
I was about to let that slide. I'm not letting that slide. What was that? Bro. Jiong. Bro. Bam. Homie. How? Okay, Magik players, I don't want to hear you guys. I don't want to talk to you guys. Leave this video. Black Panther players, I definitely don't want to hear y'all. Leave this video. Everybody else, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? I'll tell you, they weren't. Because if they were thinking, we wouldn't have done this. Unless Magik is getting nerfed and Black Panther is getting nerfed, that would make more sense. So we'll see. We'll see. But best believe I might be skipping season 4. No, I'm just saying. I might be. We might see y'all in number 5. That's all. Keep playing with me. It's ridiculous. Who signed that off?
With Season 3 and the first half of Ignite wrapped up, we've collected tons of combat data from all kinds of matches. The addition of Phoenix and Blade, along with changes to team-up abilities, kept the meta evolving during the season. Let's start with our new heroes. As a mobile hit-scan hero,
nerf it, please.
Phoenix excels at both
She is
frontline
broken.
damage and flanking harassment. Combined with the powerful mechanics of her ultimate ability, she can deliver some truly jaw-dropping plays. Bringing a unique anti-heal mechanic to the game, Blade is still fighting his place. Considering this, we took a cautious approach to his power level, so he needed some team support to shine. We will keep monitoring Blade and look forward to seeing new strategies and camps built around him after his upcoming tweaks.
Yeah, that character, Blade's type of character, you buff a little too much, he's going to be dominating. That's a very well-designed character, but those ones generally are, I think, the hardest ones to balance.
Now, let's talk about team comps.
What we got?
We've seen teams anchored by Emma Frost, Magneto, or Doctor Strange at the front, with Venom, Captain America, and flankers like Human Torch, Psylocke, or Black Panther.
There's been a lot of
charge into the backline of the enemy, launching multi-angled attacks. Triple Vanguard comes for sustained fights, and triple strategies comes centered on Aiden Warlock for rest, or Ultron have also emerged. We are thrilled to see players explore so many different lineups and keep the battlefield fresh. And finally, a quick note on individual hero performance. In lower ranks and quick match, easy to pick up heroes like Scroll Girl, Iron Man, and Cloak and Dagger have high pick rates and strong performance.
Yeah, that's pretty
Emma
obvious.
Frost, Captain America, Psylocke, Black Panther, Luna Snow, and Loki also stand out as strong picks.
I said that too.
In Season 4.0, we will be making tactic balance changes to some of these heroes to encourage more diverse selections.
I literally said that. I made a video and everybody and their mama was mad at me for that. But bro, some of these characters get way too much value doing nothing. It's so obvious. And then you just pick them and you just get like, bro, I'm glad he didn't say it how I said it, obviously. So people aren't gonna put 2 and 2 together. But that was a nice way of saying what I was saying. They pretty much just get away by just the nature of the character. That shouldn't be how the game is played. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you giving value for just being selected because the enemy team doesn't know how to deal with you? You don't have to be good. The enemy team just has to be worse. That's a weird way to climb a ladder with any given hero, in my opinion. Balanced roadmap, what we got?
Now, let's talk about our approach to balance in Season 4.0. First up, Vanguards. We've heard your feedback.
This is boring.
And we want to give some certain heroes more room to shine. In this patch, both Penny Parker and Thor will see some improvements to their ultimate abilities.
I don't think Thor really needs crazy improvement. Thor mains are always hating me when I talk on Thor because I don't really think Thor is as bad as people think that he is. I think players just aren't as good as they think they are. But Penny, I think, is very underwhelming. And you can already see that she's pretty awful if she doesn't have that rocket team up. So I do want to see more for her.
Giving them more playmaking potential. Doctor Strange is also getting an appropriate boost to his offensive power.
I don't know why we keep buffing that character. I don't really understand. Are we nerfing and buffing based off... I always say this. When developers choose to nerf and buff characters, it's going to be off of 1 or 2 reasons. The first reason, the character really needs a buff or a nerf. It's seen in statistics of the character. The second one is that the character is getting a nerf or buff because the community feels like it's too strong or too. These buffs and nerfs recently have seemed so community based. Like, it didn't really seem things needed nerfs or buffs. It's just the community whined about it. So they're like, well, we'll nerf it even if it's not that strong. Doctor Strange is strong. Like, I've been playing Doctor Strange in all ranks. This character is giga strong. And giving him the ability to have 10 shots instead of 8, that was crazy. And then the flight cooldown, now we're giving him more offensive power. I guess you could say the only way that this would make more sense is if they just want tanks to feel like they can solo carry as well. But I will say the higher you get into rank, the less you're solo, quote unquote, solo carrying as a tank. You don't have many crazy ways to really dominate a match. You're playing through your team. Not saying your team needs to carry you, but it's not the same as low ranks. Let me tell you, you ain't just going on KO sprees like you did before.
On the other hand, we are dialing back Emma Frost and Captain America just a bit. Next, let's dive into our duelists.
Nerf Magik and Iron Fist.
Scarlet Witch, Blade, and Moon Knight are all receiving buffs.
Scarlet Witch too? I mean, I guess without the team up, she's kind of lackluster. Moon Knight, I think, is actually pretty freaking good. Blade too. So I'm curious to see what we're doing. You could kind of see why I said it seems like they're community buff and nerfs, not statistical buffs and nerfs. Maybe Blade's statistic was lackluster. I think Moon Knight's was too, but I honestly think they were in okay spots. I think the players didn't know what they were doing. But should you see a true like Moon Knight one trick or a true like Blade player, these characters are disgusting. Maybe they just wanted to be appealing to more of a broad audience than just you need to be a real one trick of them. Maybe they also want Moon Knight to do more than just find a little spot to hide and just one shot the backline. But I think Moon Knight's a pretty good dang spot, man.
Making them stronger and more competitive. At the same time, we are making a few targeted nerfs. Squirrel's long-range poke is being turned down.
We talked about this in my Discord as well. Again, if you guys want to join my Discord, link in the description. But we talked about this, and I was saying, I definitely don't think this is a statistical nerf. I do think she's strong, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she's OP. I think a lot of the player base is struggling against this character. So instead of like using the get good, it's more of like, we'll just nerf her until you guys get used to her, and then we'll buff her. I'm pretty sure this is something that they consistently see as well, is they will buff or nerf until Like if they buff something, it's because players didn't get used to playing it yet, and once they do, they nerf it. Or they'll nerf something because it's the community hasn't figured out how to beat it yet, and so they're like, well, we'll just hit it until you guys figure it out. Once that happens, we'll give them their power back. I think when it comes to Squirrel Girl, a lot of players don't know how to position properly, so she gets a lot of value, especially on the maps that are a little bit more condensed and a little claustrophobic, if you know what I'm saying. So I think that's what's going on here. I do think she's strong, and she does have a lot of value for like basically shooting acorns across the map. But I also think there's a lot of strategist players and DPS players that generally don't know how to position well enough to not get shot, and it just makes it very painful to deal with. But I think until players get better at positioning, and as I said before in that one video that I made, the community is not as good as they think they are, and there's a lot of backlash every time that NetEase does anything. But it's because of their lack of understanding. And I think NetEase just tries to do their best to cater to the lack of understanding rather than to kind of like beat us down, so to speak, which is what a good developer should do. You think a character's having an issue because people don't know how to deal with it, nerf the character until they do, and then buff it back up. That way it keeps it healthy for the people that it's going against, but the person that's playing the character isn't just getting free ranks just because they're picking the character. You know what I mean?
Black Panther's survivability is being somewhat reduced.
I thought about that too, but I just rather them lower the speed of Black Panther. He's too fast.
And Cyrax's burst damage is getting a slight adjustment.
She needs a nerf too.
Our goal here is to bring these heroes in line with the rest of the roster for a more balanced experience. For our strategists, we want to expand your options and bring more diversity to the role. We are enhancing the ultimate abilities of Invisible Woman, Jeff the Rangestruck, and Ultron.
I'll say Invisible Woman's ultimate, it isn't that bad. The problem with Invisible's ultimate is that players, again, do not understand what to do. A lot of these strategist players, it doesn't matter if you're low rank or high rank, they have a very knee-jerk reaction to ulting when the enemy team ults. So Cloak and Dagger's ultimate is 11 seconds, whereas Invisible Woman's ult is 8 seconds. So if you hear co-op, or if you not co-op time, I'm sorry, if you hear us against the world, right, and she just goes shields up, well, guess what? Invisible Woman's ultimate, you know, it's gone. Also, the ability to not use it instantly. You do need to kind of set it up first and then pop it out. Is also something that makes it a little bit harder to use. Well, also a lot of Invisible Woman players tend to like double jump and then ult, and then you're just shot. Like, yeah, I don't know. This again just seems like a player base is struggling to do it properly. Let's buff it so that they don't need to work as hard. And again, I don't know if I like this approach that much because we're catering to us not getting better. That seems really weird, right? We're catering to us not getting good. Whenever we have a problem, we run to mommy and daddy, say the toy's broken. They're like, all right, they'll fix the toy. We get it back. But nothing was wrong with the toy. We just didn't know how to use it. So I don't know. That's like a deeper conversation, I think, for another time. And I'm not saying this is always the case, so I don't even know if I'd make a video on it until I see more like proof, so to speak. Because this is a very interesting topic that I would like to talk about, but it does really seem like a lot of, and because this is a casual game, a lot of the changes that are being made are just because we're whining about it. It's not necessarily because it needs it. So very interesting. Jeff definitely needs a buff. I don't know what they're gonna do with that character. Character's useless.
So you will have more powerful plays to work with. Lunar Snow's ultimate ability duration will be shortened.
By the way, just give Jeff an AoE puddle on the ground. After Jeff eats, leave a little puddle of water. That acts as Cloak and Daggers with no damage, basically. There you go. Like, come on. It lasts longer depending on how many people he eats. So not only does Jeff need to ult in the right spot to give his team, health, but also he needs to make sure he's ulting a lot of targets so that way he can get the most out of the ult. That's what I think we should do. As far as Luna Snow's ultimate goes, I'm not really tripping. A lot of people complain about the duration of that ultimate, but given the fact that the character needs to walk in and walk out, it seems like a very crazy reason So it seems like a very crazy nerf, and I feel like people are going to be very upset about the duration unless it's like by 1 or 2 seconds. But if it's by anything more, then that change is going to backfire for sure.
While Loki will see a slight reduction in his sustained damage and healing. Of course, balance is always evolving. Some prominent heroes like Magneto, Phoenix, Cloak and Dagger, etc. aren't seeing changes in this patch.
They're prominent because I'll just go back because it's a little bit more clear. Those characters are prominent because they do everything well, and they're very flexible. Like, people think Cloak and Dagger is bad, and I remember the patch for the season. I think it was 3 or 2. People were calling Cloak and Dagger bad. I was like, you're trolling. Cloak and Dagger is always broken, always broken. It's because it's just how she's designed. What she brings to the table without needing to do much work is ridiculous. And there's a whole host of characters like that. As far as Magneto, it's not about what he brings with lack of skill. It's more of like what he brings as a character. And the better you get at this character, the more to take to the table he brings. That's kind of wild. So he is good in that sense. Phoenix is just, I think she's very strong. Like, if you get good at Phoenix, like if you're a DPS man, you don't know who the main Phoenix, you will carry almost every single game. That character is ridiculously strong.
Cloak and Dagger,
ridiculously strong,
etc. aren't seeing changes in this patch, but we will continue to monitor the meta and watch hero performance closely after Season 4.0 goes live. And remember, this isn't the full list of changes.
Definitely not, we know.
For all the details, check out our upcoming balance patch notes. We will also be sharing Season 3.5 pick and win rates very soon.
Placement matches? Wait a second.
After we released our matchmaking and ranking video, we saw a lot of discussions in the community, especially about the seasonal rank resets and placement matches. So
yeah, my problem here is like, I hate having to climb all the way back to where my rank was. Like, it's annoying. And a lot of the players that are under my rank, no offense to y'all, but I don't want to go through those ranks again. Those ranks are, I'm not going to say no names of no ranks. But if y'all in my Discord, y'all know, I don't want to deal with that, bro.
Here's an update.
Y'all stay over there.
We are already working on implementing placement matches, but it's a complex feature with a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I'm going to assume we're going to get MMR because you can't really have placement matches without MMR.
So we need more time for development and through testing. Placement matches won't be ready for Season 4, but we are pushing forward as quickly as we can. Please stay tuned to our official channels for the latest news. Ignite the battle.
If you guys want to hear my thoughts about placement matches and things like that, of course, make sure you subscribe. And I will also be doing a patch notes video. I do it every single season live. So if you guys want to participate in that, look at the patch notes, see what's new, and have some games, because I always play with you guys at the end of those patch notes. Again, make sure you subscribe because I will be doing that live. Regarding this entire thing, this new season coming up is great. I don't really like those team ups with Magik and Black Panther, but you know, it is what it is. Oh god. But the thing is, the Hulk is always banned. So like, I don't think Magik or Black Panther's gonna get much play in that regard. But I wonder if this is gonna subconsciously make it so we ban Black Panther less. Because realistically, we're banning Black Panther now because the character is just giga annoying and he's actually really OP. People that play Black Panther think that he's not OP, but that's just bias. Bro, that character is dumb. And I think subconsciously we're going to be banning Hulk to get rid of Black Panther, quote unquote, and we'll just let Black Panther through. Black Panther is not that bad if the team knows how to deal with them, but if the team doesn't know how to deal with Black Panther, he's a menace. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. I don't know how they're going to fix that. I do think they need to slow this dude's speed, but I did say if they're going to give them the team up, they're probably going to get nerfed because that team up looked ridiculous. In terms of placements and things like that, I think it's really cool that they're pushing that one out. I do think the ranks need some tweaking. We already know this. I definitely think that that's a great step in the right direction. And I think we're going to be having MMR here pretty soon. But anyway, Thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys know I really love doing these. If you guys like sitting along and hanging out, again, make sure you subscribe because I do them every single time that we get them. If you guys want any coaching or any replay reviews, they are free. Well, the replay reviews are free, but the coaching is not. Check the links in the description below. If you want the full video, check that as well. Till next time, you know what I always say. Think you guys should do what? Popping often. Will often.